There is simply nowhere else in the Turks and Caicos Islands that you can find such a wholesome variety of your favorite fresh foods. There is simply nowhere else in the Turks and Caicos Islands that you can find such outstanding service. And there is simply nowhere else in the TCI to answer your every food craving in a chic, comfortable, centrally located store. That's a place you can trust. Number 1 is Graceway IGA. Fresh, service, trust for over 20 years.
The Bahamian media continues to prod at sitting governments on their apparent reluctance to shore up transparency and accountability and penalties through legislation like a Freedom of Information Act or anti-corruption legislation. The Davis administration is no exception, except this government has gone on record repeatedly that it is not a chief priority. When he addressed media on the third-year anniversary since coming to office, Prime Minister Philip Davis expounded on this stance.
When I walk and talk to Bahamian people, meet their families, they don't speak about the Freedom of Information Act. They don't speak about campaign financing laws. What they speak to me about is the relief from cost of living, action on crime, access to health care, wanting opportunities. They want new businesses. They need to be able to understand what we are doing for those. And so those have risen for my priorities, and those are the things that we've been addressing.
There is also a call for campaign finance reform. As it stands, there is no window to see who is fiscally backing political parties.
Campaign financing, wherever they are, there's always loopholes to get around it. The idea of campaign financing is to streamline and to ensure that you don't have what I call improper financing of campaigns.
But in a country where corruption allegations are rife, with top police under investigation, politicians on trial for malfeasance, and cases of abuse of power, many demand that government must open not just a window, but the door to transparency. Prime Minister Davis said this is what he's done.
We're not discounting our promise to introduce anti-corruption legislation. For example, we just passed the Ombudsman Bill, which is a component to the anti-corruption legislative regime.
DeAndre Hamilton reporting.
As a man who loves spending time with family, does whatever it takes to keep my wife happy, and works hard to grow a successful business, it is important for me to stay on top of my game. With Flow's new family plans, I get to keep all my favorite things in one place. With 80 gigabytes of data to share with up to 4 family members and unlimited local anywhere talk and text, I get one bill that covers my entire family for as low as $60 per line and no surprise charges. All I had to do was add my home internet to my mobile, switch to Flow for more savings and more value. Flow helps me look out for my family's greatest needs, keep my customers happy, stay connected to everything I love, and have more time for the right things.